the resistance against the Japanese, the Allied resistance against invading Japanese forces. And it really is quite funny to see the American-Chinese relations all together in one house, and here the meeting room where they would have planned all of their strategies and how to defend an attack. It's pretty impressive. Hi guys, I'm Mark, and what are your names and where are you from?
I'm John Funk, and I'm from New Hampshire in the United States.
Okay.
Dave Culling, and I'm from the Chicago area, suburb of Chicago in Illinois.
Okay, and what are you guys doing in Chongqing?
Well, we're here as part of a tour of the country, and we've just been on the Yangtze River with a tour boat, and the destination ended here.
Right.
And we're spending a day in Chongqing, and then we're going to travel from here.
Okay, okay. How are you finding Chongqing so far?
Well, we just arrived.
Literally just got off the boat.
First stop.
Okay, okay.
And we're both very pleased to be here because we wanted to come here on our scheduled visit. We really
found this in the guidebook, and we want to honor one of our heroes from the war.
And General Stilwell.
Yes.
And the Flying Tiger.
And having had a quick scan around, how do you feel about the museum?
It's beautiful.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's wonderful to come to places like this and imagine how the general was living in this place.
You'd be well advised to take a quick detour to Red Cliff Village, which is situated about 20 minutes from the city centre. There's a history museum here which shows how some of the soldiers lived during the war. To get here, take the 104 bus from the Beichulu bus stop. It was in this building that the cooperation between the Kuomintang and the Communist forces flourished in defending China against the Japanese invasion. It was during the Second World War that China joined with the American and Allied forces to fight off the Japanese. In 1937, the national government was relocated to Chongqing, and the city became the wartime capital of China. In many respects, this was due to its advantageous mountainous environment, which made it much harder to bomb, as well as its proximity to the Yangtze and Jialing rivers. You'll find that many Chinese tourists also like to come to the city, as there are numerous reminders here of Chongqing's role in shaping China's history during and following the war. It was during the Second World War that numerous factories and universities were moved from eastern China to Chongqing, transforming the city from inland port to heavily industrialized city. Chongqing is made up of many districts, with each one different to the next. They all have their own characteristics, which define it and differentiate it from the others. It's during one of the drives that we come upon an intriguing little area tucked away on the west side of town. It's an art district where you're more likely to find a giant rendition of a zoo on your building than anything else. Thanks to its proximity to and support from the Sichuan Fine Arts Institute, the entire area has been given a facelift. There are wall paintings and graffiti scattered everywhere, and this is also where Sichuan's up-and-coming artists reside and show off their work. Together with Chengdu and Kunming, Chongqing makes up the hub of artists, which are renowned around China for their work. However, Chongqing has continued its remarkable transformation from heavily industrialized city into a modern metropolis. A modern light railway, for instance, is quick and efficient and highlights this perfectly.
The next stop is Gongjiayan Station.
The main town centre, however, is like most modern metropolises, filled with well-known high street brands. There's an obvious mix of Chinese and Western shops and restaurants, and in truth, I could be anywhere in the world right now.
So I'm here in the very center of Chongqing city. Now, you may or may not believe it, because around us it could be any major metropolis in the world. You can see all of the major brands everywhere around. It's absolutely teeming full of people. There's music, street performers, food being sold everywhere, sort of gadgets and toys. It really is an absolute lot. And I'm actually going to go and do a spot of shopping myself, but it really does exemplify how much of the old and new has come together in the center of the town. See ya.
It's clean, friendly, and filled with people. Now, Chongqing is famous for having some of the most attractive ladies in China, and the town center is almost like a catwalk. If you're a keen people watcher, this city really won't disappoint you. It's only 5 minutes walk from the town centre to Hongyadong, a wonderfully traditional looking landmark filled with shops, restaurants and fun stuff for tourists. It's here that I pick up some souvenirs for my friends and family, as well as a quick chance to try out some tasty treats.
不是，谢谢. I've just arrived in Hongyadong. It's about 4 or 5 minute walk from the town centre, and it is a lovely, lovely little area filled with stalls where you can pick up some snacks, some noodles, some jiaozi, some chicken wings, all sorts of meat, what they call a chuar, which is meat sticks, but obviously you can also have fish and such. Here we go. What have we got here? We've got chicken feet, we've got chingsai, which is a sort of a bark, like mushroomy fungi type thing. Lots of stuff.
Down at Hongyadong, you can eat and shop, and I'm comforted by the sight of so many locals here because it can sometimes feel a bit too ready-made for tourists.
Check this out. Woo. I think this is how you make the soya beans. They crush the beans here, or tofu. Cool.
There really is an eclectic mix of things to eat and buy here. There's so many different types of Chongqing snacks to be had here. You can spend an entire afternoon playing pick and mix. The place is packed with tasty little stalls, and I had no idea about half the things I was eating. But if your appetite is a little too fierce and you want a full-on meal, don't despair. There's plenty of big restaurants here to satiate your hunger. That said, I wasn't quite ready for a big meal right now. Still needed to buy some gifts for some friends.
Well, I feel like taking some sweets, or well, I actually don't really. 这个是什么？是吃的吗？是甜的，不是甜的。
就是装饰品。
哦，这去做的是吗？
是做的冰淇淋。
看的okay, completely wrong. They're not sweets. These are in fact souvenirs to look at. So you pick one. I can't believe this is the first one I picked. A very well endowed little piglet, and I think this be a nice gift for a friend. 你可以帮我做一个吧？
可以。
多少钱一个
10块钱一个。
10块钱，最低的价钱是吗？Okay, 10 kwai for one, which I think it's nice for a gift. 可以帮我做一个吧？
可以。
谢谢。
I was very happy at the range of handicrafts I could purchase here. They might not be Chongqing specialties, as they can be found throughout China, but they do make great gifts.
So dexterous, can't believe it. Oh, 谢谢. I should call her my lucky little Chongqing piglet. Sorry. Look how cute she is. Beautiful. 谢谢，谢谢。
Chongqing at night is almost worth the trip alone. Bright lights and alluring restaurants will ensure that whatever state you're in, you'll want to eat out come sunset. One of the main roads where you can find some good restaurants is Nanbing Lu. Chongqing is famous for hot pot, but you should also remember how fondly Sichuan dishes are viewed throughout China. I was aching to see whether the myth of Sichuan spice was true. Were the dishes really as hot as I'd been told? The answer is a resounding yes. I tried dishes that I knew well from Beijing, and there was no doubt that they were far spicier here. Still extremely tasty though. Spicy, spicy, spicy. I think Chongqing must be one of the few places on earth where you won't mind developing an ulcer, as the food is just so tasty. Those of you on a diet, however, might find the temptation a little too strong, as many of these dishes are simply irresistible. My view is, you only live once. We head up to Nanshan after a hearty hot pot dinner. It takes around 20 minutes by bus to get here. And once you've paid your 20 kuai entry fee, you're treated to an absolutely majestic sight.
So one of the things you must do when you come to Chongqing is head up to Nanshan. That's the South Mountain between 8 and 10. And you can see it's pretty popular as it is right at this moment. But what you'll be treated to is Chongqing in all of its splendor. Check it out.
We were lucky enough to come up here during the day and the night, and both views are completely different. If you can, come up here in the afternoon, take in the view, head down the hill for some early dinner at the many restaurants nearby, then head back up when the sun is down and the Chongqing lights come on around 8 PM. You won't regret it. Well, all in all, despite only being here for one day, what a day it was. I did more than I could possibly imagine around the centre of town. I'm tired, but satisfied. My tourist thirst has been quenched. Well, till we start again tomorrow. On the next episode of Travelogue, we're going to head a bit further out and visit the world-famous Dazu rock carvings, delight in some fantastic and extremely spicy hot pot, as well as indulge in some probably undeserved rest and relaxation and pampering at one of Chongqing's hot springs. So make sure you tune in